Hi friends, welcome back to the magazine challenge. Haven't actually seen anything from the magazine for a couple of days, but so when I left off yesterday, I was working on the pages, and I had chosen a few fabrics to add some, zhuzh to the journal. And I thought, well, I'm going to show you how to do this the easy, cheaty way. So this is what it's going to look like. I'll put that aside, and so what I want to do is on the open side. First of all, these fabrics I have cut 7/8 of an inch wide, so I'm going to measure in 3/4 of an inch and just lightly pencil that. So that'll help me keep my ruffle easy, or even, not easy, even, but it'll be easy. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and add some glue stick, and I'll put fabric just slightly overlapping the edge of the paper. Put my finger there and do a little bend backwards a bit, like a little wave in the fabric, and then just, keeping my eye on the pencil line and just bringing that fabric just over the pencil line. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you wanted to, you could measure out where you wanted every one of your bends, but then you'd have to measure all kinds of things. Now, because this was vintage fabric, I couldn't really choose the size of the fabric, so I'm going to have to add another piece, possibly 2 other pieces. Whoops, got a little crazy with the glue there, but it'll dry. So I'm just laying that over, giving it a little bend. There we go. Give that a little more glue. Okay, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, and I'm going to do a zigzag stitch, but I'm going to stitch it from this side because I have a straight line to follow with my foot, and the appearance of the stitches will look nicer on the side than if I had gone from the front. It would cause that popping through of the paper and not look as nice, so I will always stitch from the opposite side as possible. So I'll ask you to pause. There we go. And I will just pull the threads to one side and tie a knot. So left over right, and then right over left. Come back, you. I might need you. And then this one. All right. Now, when I had trimmed that fabric, I made it a little crooked, so straighten up it a smidgy. Okay, so that's the easy way of adding a ruffle to paper. And I mean, if you don't like it looking so straight, go ahead and make it as wild as you like. All right, let's move on to something else. Hi friends, it's Nancy, and I'm back working on the magazine challenge. So I have pulled out some of the papers that I had. I misunderstood the rules. I said to Catherine, can we use book pages? She said, of course, I'm going to use book pages. So I put book pages in, and then it occurred to me, maybe she meant just like neutral book pages with text, and then she confirmed with me that that's what she meant. So I've pulled those out, and instead I've got some dictionary pages, some music pages, and some pages from the original book. So the birds and the flowers and whatever else I had are gone. So I've got all of the fabric stitched on here. I'm going to move you before something bad happens. Now the next thing I want to do is on the opposite side, I want to do lace. So I've pulled out a couple of things. I'm not sure. Like, I've got this pink tatted lace. I don't think I've got near enough to do all of the book, all of the pages, but let me just see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can do 6 with that. I also got this out. And I like it because it has pink and green like the fabric does. And I thought, well, I can use that. I don't know why it's all doubled up like this. Must be a very big piece. And like maybe I could use it as a side tuck as well as some lace. I've got some pink and white lace. I don't like that as well. So that's going to be my next job. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna cut a piece that isn't so wrinkled, I guess. That's not bad. That's not bad. Where's the scissors? Here they are. And then I can just eyeball that. You know what? Maybe I'll do 4 with this lace and 5 with the other, and that way I can go every other signature. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this rolled up and out of my way. I also had this pretty thing. It's got red and pink and green, but I might use that somewhere else. I also found some bows. Like, this was probably from an old vintage stationery box or something, so I might add some frilly stuff there. Okay, so, we have rusty glue. I'll have to switch out the thread in my machine because I don't want to use black thread. I don't think I want to use black thread. But I just think this kind of matches nice with that. Ooh, that looks weird. It also has a bit of a wow in it. I wonder what happened. Okay. And if you're wondering why am I piling these up, I want the scallops of the lace to be in the exact same place. Just get rid of that wrinkled bit. Oh my gosh, I'm not even on camera. I'm so sorry. Okay. Set that aside. Why do I only have 7? I should have 9. Oh, there they are. Oh, yay. Okay, Nance. So I just sort of measured. This is tatted. And the reason I'm using the art glitter glue is because I will be stitching this on, but Fabri-Tac is shiny and will show through. Whereas the art glitter glue will dry clear. Go. It's got a tear in it, so we'll move down to a different place. Okay. It's kind of funny how this whole pink and green thing came about, isn't it? It just sort of happened. 1, 2, 3. And one more. Okay, so I'm going to pause for a little bit now so I can switch out my thread and stitch this lace down, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I accomplished and work on the next project. All right, so hang in there. Okay, so I've got that job done, and that's, I mean, there's going to be more pages than that, but that's how the text block will look. So I think that's kind of cool. I like that. All right, the next thing I want to do is make some altered paper clips. Now I've done this a gazillion times before, but maybe you haven't, maybe you're new, maybe you haven't seen me do this. So this is a product that was advertised in the magazine. So I'm just going to take glue stick and glue it down. And now we need to cut that out. So I am cutting right against the edge. I don't want any, well, I mean, there's a sliver of white, but I don't want like an eighth of an inch or anything. I want, you know, just a little bit. So you're just, you don't have to cut out the picture and then cut out the card and everything. Do it all in one fell swoop. Okay, so I need a second one. So I'm just tracing around with a pencil. And this time I'm going to cut just inside of that line. So it's slightly smaller. Perfect. I'm going to just do a little stitching around the outside edge. Completely unnecessary. I just enjoy stitching. All right, hang on while I do that. Okay, that was easy. So I'm just going to bring the threads to the back and tie off the thread. Come on. Just so there's no danger of the thread hanging out, I'm going to tape it into the center and then trim it. Okay, we need a little ink. And this one I will ink front and back because, I mean, if if the edge shows in any way, it'll be inked up for a little bit of camouflage. Okay. We need a paper clip. This is going to go like this. So this is the front, that's the back. So I'm going to put the paper clip on with the short loop on the front and the long loop on the back. Okay, so when this is put together, it'll slide onto a page like that. Okay, so I want to get that more or less centered, and something different that I do is crash everything to the floor. Okay, so I am going to put some glue into the little ditch here and some all the way around it. And then I'm going to take a little piece of cheesecloth and fill in that little hole so that it doesn't look like there's a paper clip. So I'm sort of padding it. And then a little bit over top. Now if you were using maybe tea-dyed cheesecloth, you could have these little threads hanging. I don't want them hanging, although I have done it that way before and it looks cool, but not this time. Okay. Now I'm going to use my, there's no pin there, Nancy. Use my Fabri-Tac . I'm going to smooth around that edge so that no glue comes seeping out. And then pop that on. Now, I'm going to grab a couple of little clippy boos here to let it set up. Give that a really good seal. Where? Anybody see my pin? Oh well. I have more corsage pins where that came from. Oh, it's right here. Oh. And that is perfect. And I'll take a little piece of this vintage seam binding and just thread it up there. It was a little ripped in that place, so that's why I pulled it up so long. I'll tie a little knot. There we go. Now, in order to make sure that that knot stays tied, I'm just going to stick the tip of my art glitter glue in there. And a little more on the reverse. And that way I don't have to worry about it coming untied. So it'll go right like that on a page. And then if I want to put a little tag under there, I can. So that's how I make altered paper clips from vintage images from a magazine. So I'm going to make a few more. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'm happy to demonstrate again. So thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again soon.